weeks since I've gone live, hasn't it? Because I have literally been out here stuck in the mud. It's monsoon season out here at Nomads Nest, and which means that my truck, my two-wheel drive truck, doesn't like the mud very much. So I wasn't able to get here last week. I'm also nursing a bit of a cold right now, so I'm on like the tail end of it. So that's fun. But I'm gonna burn this real quick with y'all while we wait for people to show up. I'm smoking on some Gorilla Glue that I got from Colorado. And looks like I've got some comments to check out. What's up, Babylonian? How you doing? Do I feel like streaming on YouTube changes you? Interesting question. I'll get to that. What's up, Robert? Welcome to the live stream. If you hear my voice being a little raspier than usual, it's because I'm nursing a cold right now, so that's a thing that I'm dealing with. I actually didn't smoke weed for a couple of days because every time I coughed, it was like my head fucking exploded. But yeah, like I've been saying, it has been pretty rainy here at Nomads Nest. We are in monsoon season, and my pickup just recently got stuck. In fact, I'll show you my truck right now. You're gonna love this. Check this shit out. Look at this beautiful muddy ass truck. Let me flip the camera around. Yeah. Yeah, she got stuck. I was stuck overnight last night. And I just got it unstuck this morning and decided to come down here and live stream. That's the tower I'm using to talk to y'all right now. And this is a storm that might be on its way here. Dude, I have some all-terrain tires. I have some pretty aggressive tires, actually. The biggest ones I could put on this thing. And I don't know, like, have you ever driven over wet adobe before? Because that's what I'm doing. And the wet adobe, it just becomes like, I don't know, it's worse than snow, honestly. So that's fun. Basically when it rains, you gotta wait like a day or two for it to like dry out. So, let me. So I also have just left Verizon after a decade. I was with Verizon for 10 years, pretty much my entire traveling career and a little bit before that. Because I don't have any signal out here at Nomads Nest with Verizon. So I switched to T-Mobile and they got me a new phone. And so I'm kind of curious how the signal's coming in today. Like, if you guys want to let me know. What's up, officer? How you doing? When it's wet like that, you just add straw and shape it. You'll have to road no time. We were actually talking about that. We were talking about just throwing hay down like everywhere and some sand, and then just keep doing that until eventually you have like an adobe road. Yeah, I'm 29 feet from the tower. I am right next to the tower, but this is the same tower I was using with my previous phone, and it was always coming in kind of pixelated and shit. So looks like it is coming in clearer today than usual. What's up, Chad? How you doing, man? Welcome, Bobo. So Proud Babylonian asked a question like further on the comments, which posed an interesting, I guess, topic to chat about. He asked if I felt like streaming on YouTube has changed me. Many people have talked about the way it's changed them. Granted, we're all like rivers anyways, but people do attribute. I don't know if it's changed me. I really don't. I don't think so. I think I'm pretty much the same as I've always been. I have very little interest in Like if being a YouTuber and live streaming and stuff is going to change me, I hope it changes me for the better. If it ever starts changing me for the worse, I'm gonna stop. Like, I have no interest in you know, including something in my life that's gonna make my life more difficult or make, you know, change me for the worse. So if that ever happens, I'll quit, because I have no interest in being like, you know, I have no interest in having YouTube be a problem in my life. And so far it hasn't been. Like, you know, I get my trolls and everything and people talk shit or whatever, but this is my echo chamber, so I just block them. And then anytime I see like someone telling me like, oh, so and so is talking shit about you, Zig, I literally don't care. I don't even go look. I don't even go look to find out. Sometimes I run across it, but most of the time I don't, because I'm not interested. What's up, Sam? How you doing? What's up, Jim? Welcome to the live stream. I'm smoking on some Gorilla Glue. I'm nursing a fucking cold, the tail end of a cold. I've just started smoking weed again because my cold was like, every time I coughed, my head fucking exploded. I had such a bad headache, but now I'm feeling a lot better. Like, I'm still on the tail end of it. It's still a little bit congestion, but I'll be alright. Yeah, being sick does fucking suck, Sam. I am such a baby when it comes to having a cold, because it's just like, it's enough of a cold to make you fucking annoyed, but not enough to like put you in bed. What's up, Crystal? How you doing? Good to see y'all. I finally switched to T-Mobile, though. I've been talking about doing that since I first got out here, because Verizon's signal was so poor, and it took me like a year, but I finally did it. So go me. Hopefully the signal's better. I got my old phone here too, which is I'm using to check out the comments. Oh yes, Bobo, the man flu. The man flu is real. There's actually evidence. There's actually evidence that men suffer colds like more severely than women. You can Google this if you want to, because back in the day, cavemen days, if women got a cold, they couldn't just stop raising their kids. They had to continue raising the kids. And if men got a cold, they could stop hunting, because there's other hunters that can go out for them. So there is a body of evidence. I don't know how, like, you know, if it's been peer reviewed or anything, but that the man flu is a real thing, and men suffer colds a little more severe than women, because women are fucking tougher than us, and we're a bunch of babies. Yeah, Robert, my phone bill is like less than half the price. It was cut in half and then some. And I got a nicer phone, which I had the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. That's the phone I've been using. This is the phone I've been filming all my live streams from. This is the phone I've been filming all my videos from. I do all my video editing on it. And I got the upgraded one, the Samsung S22 Ultra, which is what I'm coming to you right now from. And it's got the exact same camera on it, but a little bit of updates on a better eye for some of the camera stuff. It's even got an S Pen built into it, which is pretty sweet. Right there. So that, I assume, will help with the with like video editing and stuff, to get more precise. Using my big old fat finger for it was kind of annoying, but it worked. Made it happen. Now I got an S Pen for it. Yeah, it is I like this phone, officer. If you guys ever are looking for a decent phone, personally, I would go with Samsung 10 times out of 10, at least currently, unless that changes down the road. And my least favorite would probably be an iPhone. Although the new iPhones are getting a little better, it's still got the iOS operating system, which is garbage, and you can't put an SD card in it to expand your memory, so they make you come crawling to them for more memory, like, give us $2 and we'll give you more memory, and then you fill that up and it's the same shit. Give us $2 more, we'll give you more memory. Whereas Samsung devices, you can like add an SD card and expand the memory in it. I have the same one. I got the tablet now too. Oh, you got, which phone do you have? The S21 or the 22? I had the Samsung Galaxy Tab A, the Tablet A, which was pretty good. I like Samsung stuff. Even my laptop at home is a Samsung. right now, I personally think they got the best camera and the best, you know, operating system, the best hardware that you can get in a phone. But that's my humble opinion. Oh, you got the 22. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I just got it, and it's got the exact same camera that the 21 had. So that's cool. It's a camera I'm familiar with. But it's got the S Pen, which is fucking cool, dude. I dig it. Thank you, T-Mobile. And I've got better signal now. My signal at home is still in and out because Nomads Nest sits here in this valley, and it goes up on both sides, and the tower is like on the other side of the hill, way over here. So in that valley that Nomads Nest sits, it's got it comes in and out. I get signal and then it goes away and then it comes and it goes. So maybe I can get a cell phone signal booster, put the antenna real up high so it can poke up from that valley, and I'll have signal at home. So that may be something that happens in the future, getting a signal booster. Always rock Samsung, screw the iPhone. Yeah, iPhone's garbage. I had iPhone for a long time. I was a hardcore iPhone fan. They were the first smartphone, right? Like the first iPhone was like, oh my god, your iPhone Touch can make phone calls. And yeah, now they're just trash. So this new phone works better at your home. Yeah, it does work better. I have better signal at my house, but not enough to live stream, and it's not consistent. Like I was saying, it comes in and out, comes and goes. It'll be 5G, 4G, 0G, and I'll just have nothing. I couldn't even make phone calls. And then I'll pop back up, and it happens like 2-3 times an hour where I'll lose complete signal out there. So yeah, one day, you know, cell phone signal boosters are kind of expensive. So I'm hoping that like eventually I'll get to the point where I could drop the $500 it takes for a cell phone signal booster, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not there where if I had $500, I probably wouldn't spend it on a signal booster. I would probably spend it on improving my land somehow, like getting some 2x4s and some plywood so I could build some shelters and start catching rain, because we are in the monsoon season out here, so it has been raining a lot. And most people out here do rain catchment, so that's where I would spend my money right now instead of a signal booster. But you know, down the road, a signal booster would be pretty cool. So doesn't mobile link from Verizon towers? I don't know. You mean doesn't mobile link from Verizon towers? You can get signal boosters that help with any of the companies, whether it be T-Mobile or Verizon or Cricket or whatever. There are some that work on all of the bandwidths. There are some that are specific to your cell phone company and the bandwidth that you're on. So just depends on what you get. What's up, Cricket? Yeah, things are all right. I actually just got my truck unstuck from the mud today because it hit on the way out to Nomads Nest. I got stuck in the mud and had to leave my truck behind overnight and had to go back this morning for it because it was warm enough that I could, you know, it dried out the mud and I was able to get it unstuck. T-Mobile buys service from Verizon. I don't know about that. Maybe, but I know my Verizon phone did not work very well on this tower. And when I was using my Verizon phone, I would use the extended network, which is what it was called. That's the tower I was connected to. I wasn't on Verizon's network, and it wasn't very great. That's what I've been live streaming to you guys every week from. And now I'm on T-Mobile, and I got 5G, like full ass 5G right here. So I'm killing it now. This is great. Don't forget to smash that like button. Beat those YouTube algorithms, get more people here. I'm so close to getting monetized. I don't know if you guys have checked recently, but let's see. I am at 927 subscribers, which is fucking great. And I'm like, what, like 30 left? 30 left? No, sorry, 30 into it. Oh, I'm sick. 70 left. 70 subscribers left until I'm monetized. And YouTube will start sending me 20 cents a month for posting videos. So I can actually say I'm a professional YouTuber, even though they only send me 20 cents at a time. But I could say it, and I'm pretty stoked about that. What are y'all smoking on? I'm smoking on some Gorilla Glue today. And one thing I like about the dispensaries in Colorado, some of them will just sell it to you in little baggies, right? Just like old school black market shit. They're like, sure, we'll sell you weed. We don't need any pretty packaging. We'll just put it in a Ziploc bag. Oh yeah, don't forget to pay taxes on that. Taxes on my 20 cents. Yeah, no problem. Government will probably take it. They'd love their... They'd love it. They'd love to get their 3 cents out of my 20. Grainfire Sunset Sherbet. That's what you're smoking on? That sounds yummy. Where is the merch? I need a shirt with miles on it saying many miles traveled, many more miles to go. I've actually been considering doing merch, but to be honest with you, like, I have zero artistic skills aside from like video editing, and I don't know, like, I don't have a logo. I don't have any of that stuff. Like, Cause has a logo that he had an artist friend draw up for him. I hate being sick. And so Cause has a logo, but I don't. Like, I've thought about doing merch. I've thought about doing t-shirts, hoodies, or whatever the fuck. But I have no idea what to put on them. Like, the Miles idea is a pretty good idea. But maybe I can find an artist friend that would draw up like some Nomads Nest graphic or something and put like RVs and stuff inside of a bird's nest. I've thought about that. Bleh. Suffering from a man cold. That's me. Don't forget, if you guys want to, if you guys hit like, share, subscribe, that would be sweet. Most of you, I'm assuming, are already subscribed, so I appreciate that. If you saw my last video, I totally killed a snake. Caveman and I did. So someone told me they saw a snake on my property, and we went over there and found it, and it was all coiled up, and we like nudged it so it would straighten out so it wouldn't be able to strike. And then Caveman held it down with his conduit so it couldn't go nowhere, and I took my shovel and cut its head off, buried the head, and then Caveman gutted it. We strung the skin up around the stick, and we put the meat in the freezer. So far I haven't cooked the meat yet, so that will be something that's coming along the way. But they are very, very venomous snakes, and we just had somebody else over here, a lady that works at the restaurant that got bit by a snake, and one of my friends had to rush her to the emergency room. And then the next day I found a snake on my property and we cut the head off. So there are these Mojave green rattlesnakes out here that are some of the most venomous ones apparently in America. And I'm really hoping that, you know, that one that I killed on my land was enough, but I suspect there's more out there. So I worry about my dogs. They're little dogs, and they would probably get bit in the face, whereas people get bit in the feet usually and legs, so that's an extremity, whereas a dog puts their face in everything. So hopefully I don't have to worry about that. It's been kind of stressing me out to let the dogs out, knowing that there's a bunch of snakes around, but that's okay. I'm just catching up on comments real quick. Let's see. Zig, there's a place about 1 mile south of Pueblo that had $50 to $60 ounces of critical diesel. It's pretty good for the price. And a mile south of Pueblo, Colorado, because That's like 3 hours away from me, bro. That's maybe 4. What's up, Sally? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Heath and Bobby, how you guys doing? Why do you curse so much? That word's not good to say. The mouth defiles the man. Men hollow you. I just enjoy listening to how yours. But you know what? I swear too much. That's fine. I'm gonna keep doing it. That's how I talk. You don't have to enjoy it. I'm not asking you to enjoy it. But that's how I talk. That's how I'm gonna talk. I'm always going to. I don't know what to say about that. But this is my live stream. This is my channel. You don't have to be here if you don't like the language I'm using. But I say fuck, I say shit, and I'll say goddamn, and I'm sorry if you don't like it. But I'm not here to be an apologist. I'm not here to try to tailor who I am to anyone out there, to anybody that wants to follow my channel. This is me. That's it. That's really all I gotta say about that. So, hey, thanks, Slab News Network. That's all my Cashapp, PayPal, Venmo information. So that's cool. If anyone feels like they want to donate, they can. I've also got an Amazon wish list that I finally have linked to my my address out here, since now I have an address out here too. But I'm not packing another bowl. It's about 2:20 out here. Feel free to swear. Oh, don't worry. I feel free to swear. I mean, I'm not here to tell anyone else that they can swear, or they should swear, or they can't swear, because that's none of my fucking business. It's called being an adult. Being an adult means you worry about your damn self, and if people aren't living the life that you want to live, then that's fine, because you only control yourself. That's like one of the first lessons you should learn about being an adult, is worry about your goddamn self. What's up, Shed Gang? How you doing? Why am I getting upset? I'm really not getting upset. I'm literally, this is called setting a boundary, right? You know what boundaries are? I'm setting a boundary with you right now. You don't come onto my live stream and tell me how to talk. You don't have to like it. Then leave. It's fucking simple, dude. Like, I don't have to be approved of. I don't care. Fucking Christ. What you're doing right now, by saying, why are you getting upset and mad, that's fucking called gaslighting. That is such a childish response to me setting boundaries with you. Maybe you think that someone setting boundaries with you means that they're upset, but that's not what it is. It's me telling you where the fucking line is, so don't cross it. That's really it. But I'm not upset because I cuss. Fucking kidding me? I just got done telling you that I'm going to cuss as much as I want to, because this is how I speak. So if you think this is upset, I'm sorry, but you're gaslighting me right now. And that's some arrogant ass shit. Arrogance. That's all I see right now. I really don't want this to be a live stream with negativity in it. So you can go be Will Smith somewhere else, Heath and Bobby. Like, I know we've met in person. Like, I know who you are. I know exactly why you're saying this, because you're ultra religious. But I'm fucking not religious. I'm not. And I don't expect you to be an atheist. Do your thing, I'll do my thing, and we can respect each other. But if you can't respect me because I fucking cuss, you know where the fucking exit sign is. Use it. Be an adult and worry about your damn self. Anyways, this Gorilla Glue is rated at like, let's see, 20% THC, which is about mid-grade these days, isn't it? I've seen some flour that's like 30% before. And I've seen flour that's like as low as 16, so like 20%'s middle of the road. It was really affordable. Probably not compared to the rest of Colorado, but since we're so close to the border of Colorado, New Mexico, I bet you they jacked the prices up a little bit, because New Mexico is so fucking expensive. But it's pretty good weed. I like the Colorado market. Not my favorite market in the country, but the Colorado market's affordable, right? Like, they have top shelf stuff that's real expensive, and their bottom shelf stuff is like is like I could dig the change out of my cushions to go pay for it. It's like the PBR, right, of weed. So Colorado makes both of those a great option, which is my favorite part about the Colorado market. Hey man, I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna address this cussing thing that much. Like, we all cuss, and the ones who don't, that's fine. Like, that my channel is not about like this argumentative, dramatic baby bullshit. Like, that's never been what my channel's about. It's not gonna start today. Like, I'm not gonna be trolled in my live stream. But yeah, we all grown. If you can't handle hearing cuss words, then maybe the internet's not for you, bro. Oh, did I show you guys my truck yet? Is there anyone here that didn't see it? Didn't see how muddy it was? Oh man, I've even got like mud on my mirror. Check this shit out. Look at that. I can't even use my mirror right now because when I back up, it was shooting. It's dude, this is like every time I leave Nomads Nest, it's like I don't have 4-wheel drive. I just got rear-wheel drive, so I just get to fishtail through the mud all the way out to the road. And most of the time I make it. I've only gotten stuck once, and that was last night. I take that back. I've gotten stuck a bunch of times, but I've gotten myself out of it. But yesterday, I did not. I did not get myself out. I had to leave my truck there overnight, and then wake up this morning and go get it. And I got myself unstuck this morning, but it wasn't even that easy to get unstuck this morning. Happy 4th, Finch. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I appreciate the support. You know, like, maybe that's why I cuss, because I've been through hell and back, and I think I've earned the right to say fuck if I want to. Hey, thanks, Eth. I appreciate that. I think cussing is part of most people's vocabulary in 2022, and I think it's just a great way to express certain things, right? Like, when I stub my toe, I don't say "oh shucks" or darn, because that's not how I feel. So I say "oh shit." In fact, when I was raising my daughter, that was the only time she was allowed to actually cuss. One time she stubbed her toe so damn hard, and she was like, "oh shit," and she was like 8. She's like 8 years old, and she's like, "ah, shit." My ex-wife and I looked at each other, and we were like, well, it is an appropriate time. Like, that's when you should use it. That's a nice truck. How much does it cost nowadays to fill up? Oh man, you had to ask. Dude, it's like $100. It's like $100 to fill up, and New Mexico's got some of the cheaper gas in the country right now. So, yeah, like, it's getting brutal. It's getting brutal to fill up. Last time I drove into town, it was about $100, and it put me at full, but it wasn't like completely full. I probably could have snuck another like $10-20 in there. But it is getting brutal to fill up, and every time I drive into town to get more, I also have to fill up on fuel, like the fuel cans to put in my generator too. And so I'm spending like, I'd say $140, $150 in gas when I drive into town to fill up on the truck, get water, get food, and do basically a town run. It's an hour drive into Taos, and it's a thing that I've got to, like, I would like to get some more water catchment. They have those like 300-gallon cubes. I'd like to get one of those down the road. They're so much cheaper in slabs than they are out here, and that way I can actually, that's what's sending me into town, is getting water. When I run out of water, I have to go into town again. I run out of water, I go into town again. So if I could hold more water than I can right now, which right now I'm only holding 13 gallons and I gotta run back into town. If I could hold more than that, that would save me a bunch of money in fuel too. Is your truck a 4-wheel drive? No. Nope. I got a 2-wheel drive pickup. So go ahead and make fun of me. Make fun of me for having a 2-wheel drive truck. But yeah, it's really, I got a 2-wheel drive truck because it's better on fuel, and I tow my trailer all over the place. I don't often end up in areas where I need 4-wheel drive, but now I live in an area where I need 4-wheel drive, so that's fun. Your logo should be orange zigzags. Make the bird nest out of a pack of zigzags. I thought about doing my logo as a zigzag, but instead of the dude, I'd have like Zag as the picture, or both of us as the picture. Something I've considered. Hi, Shonda. I ask because I just finished rebuilding and refurbishing a 2002 F-150. Completed 0 miles, but it's a 5.4, so I'm gonna feel it too. Yeah, man, I got a 5.3, and you are gonna feel it. You are definitely gonna feel it. Get maple syrup container for water. Huh? Why? A maple syrup container? I'm thinking of like what I would pour on my pancakes. Are you think? Is there a different type of maple syrup container, like the ones that they tap the actual maple trees with? Is what are you thinking of? I have no idea what those look like because I'm not Canadian, but I do like maple. That shit's the bomb. Like true maple, like thick fucking maple, like molasses, that stuff. And it's starting to rain again out here because, ta-da, we're in the monsoon season. You can see my dirty ass windshield. I'll flip the camera around. Yep. Starting to get rain again, so that's fun. A big caged one. I wonder if that's what I'm thinking of too, because we have these caged 300-gallon it's like 250, 275 cubes that most people have out here for water catchment. And they had them at slabs too, and they are caged. They have like conduit around them and stuff. So I wonder if we're thinking of the same thing. I wonder if that's what they use to collect maple. Your dogs should be incorporated in the logo too. If you can't run with the big dogs, stay on the porch. This is a guy of a 2014 Dodge truck, 5.7 Hemi with extras. I put $120 in gas, still a quarter away from full tank. Damn sad these prices. Yeah, dude. It is. It's actually slowed down my traveling. Me getting land was a direct result of COVID. I got COVID came around, and I kept getting kicked off of like public lands and shit. So I was like, okay, I need to buy land somewhere they can't kick me off of. And I got land out here, and I also knew that with all this like free money they were giving everybody, we were about to see a whole bunch of inflation, and gas prices were going to go up, and I knew that was coming. So I got me the 2-wheel drive truck in the land just to save money on gas. Usually I would be traveling. Like, I'm nomadic zig. This is the first summer that I have spent this much time in one place in almost a decade. Like, I am getting that travel itch. Like, I need to go exploring. I need to go see new things. But life is what it is, and gas is what it is, and it is slowing me down, and I can't travel. I can't travel like I usually do. I was confused as well. I thought you meant walking around drinking water out of a Mrs. Buttersworth bottle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first too. Like, should I like start walking around with maple syrup container and have like sugar water? Yeah, you gotta get a scooter with a side cart for the dogs. That'd be cool. Like, I do have my motorcycle license, so I could get a motorcycle with like the the side cart. But I don't know what it would be like to ride a motorcycle and not be able to lean, like through curves. I feel like that would be scary as fuck. Like, leaning is like on a bicycle is the same thing. You lean while you turn. With those side carts on there, you can't. So I wonder what that would be like. But it would be cool, like, to put the dogs in the side cart and give them little goggles and helmets. Zaga pull that shit off right away. Like, I couldn't get her to wear that, I don't think. Yeah, if anyone has any ideas for like a logo for me, like, most of you have seen my videos, you know what I'm all about. Like, I'm curious what ideas you come up with. Like, zigzag has always been like obvious. But I got Nomads Nest as well. So I don't know, like, I'm not an artist. I have artist friends. The closest I am to an artist is what you see in my YouTube and me doing video editing and stuff. But beyond that, I don't draw, I don't paint, I'm very bad at all that stuff. Probably because I just never practiced it. Like, I always wanted to be a good artist, but, you know, you don't just get good at it because you want to, and I just never put in the time. Hey, Mac, what's up? I did just bought the Starlink for my birthday. Fuck yeah, dude. That's cool. Did you get the Starlink RV or did you get the stationary one? Because the RV one, you get to move around. It costs you a little more, but it's prepaid. And you get to move around with it. Although I don't know how much, you know, often you'll be moving around. RV one. Fuck yeah, that's what I would have done too, personally. But that's cool. I wonder if we can get some, like, signal repeaters and, like, bounce them up to my property up there. But, you know, you guys, Sam just asked Mac how he's been feeling, because Mac has been dealing with some tooth pain. I'm fucking sick. Caveman's sick. He woke up today sick, so we're all kind of beat up out here in New Mexico. It's about the terpenes, not the THC percentage. Cricket, you are 100% fucking correct. In fact, I have smoked some diet weed, like I call CBD weed diet weed, but I've smoked some CBD weed that had bred really, really high terpenes in it, and it was pretty stony, dude. It would give me the munchies, you know, like this. There's this, I forget the guy's name. Nugget of Knowledge was the company that sent it to us, and they have some CBD weed that they bred some. They bred high in terpenes, real high in terpenes. So, like, it didn't have the THC stoniness that you're used to, but it had, dude, it tasted so good. It tastes like oranges and shit. And it had pretty much all the other effects that you would get from cannabis without being, like, stoned. So, it was pretty good. I liked it. Terpenes are where it's at. And my favorite terpene, since you asked, is limonene. Limonene is my favorite terpene. It's the one that makes it like the citrusy weed, the weed that's like tastes like oranges or lemons. Oh, it's so good. RV, you want everything paid up front. It'll be ready to go when it gets here. $709. Yeah, dude, now we just have to mount repeaters in the trees in between our houses and bounce that signal all the way over there. That would be so expensive. If we had a ditch witch, we could, like, make a ditch in between our houses and run Ethernet cord from your router to mine, and then we bury it. But you know as well as I do, there are so many rocks out here that's not even realistic either. Oh, fuck. So I do have I have been slowing down on the filming because of everything that's been going on out here and just trying to keep Nomads Nest afloat. But I do have a video coming soon about keeping Nomads Nest afloat and about the mud out here and getting stuck. So don't think I haven't forgotten about you guys, but I've been kind of sick and I've been switching to a different cell phone, which means all my old footage is on my old device, and all my my footage is on my old device, and my switching everything over to this one has been kind of like, you know how it is when you switch phones, switch carriers. It's like you have to log into your YouTube again, you have to log into your Facebook again, you have to log into your bank again, you have to log into your insurance again, everything. So that's what I've been up to. But now I get to bring you great live streams with better quality and continue filming. I want to show you guys how a lot of the people live out here, because pretty much everyone out here lives off grid. There is a small section of our community that has power, but they don't have septic, they don't have water. They have well water, and there's a well that they have to drive to get it. So, oh yeah, Robert knows. Switching, are you talking about, I'm assuming you're talking about switching companies, right? Like, yeah. And I hopefully, with this new phone, I can try downloading Streamlabs again and giving that another shot. The last time I tried to do it on my Verizon plan, there wasn't enough signal. So I'm going to try the Streamlabs so I could bring your chats up. And, like, if anyone sends a donation, I'd be able to, whatever, like, it would pop up on the screen. Here pretty soon, I will be monetized. I will have 1,000 subscribers. and I'll have a super chat option in my live streams. Right now I don't. It be what it be. But I'm still a noob, man. I'm still a newbie to YouTube. But if anyone does want to donate, that'd be cool. It would go towards gas, like we were just talking about, gas and dog food and shit like that. But I did just get paid, so I'm not doing, too bad right now. I'm not struggling at the moment. End of the month blues will be coming around soon again in a few weeks, but until then, I'm sitting pretty with a decent amount of weed and great pups to keep me company. I think everyone should worry about themselves and not push their own beliefs on others. For sure. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that is what it is to be an American, right? Like, the idea that we get to live how we want, and that's okay. So long as you're not hurting anybody, doesn't matter what you do, right? Like, if you're hurting people, if you're oppressing people, then that's a problem. But America was thought up on the idea that this big melting pot could live under that same culture, that we are free to do what we want and to not hurt anybody doing it. Granted, in the digital age that we're in, it makes it difficult a little bit, doesn't it? Because you always have the anonymity of the internet to hide behind when you're being nasty, right? Or when someone's being nasty to you. So that's definitely something that we face today compared to, like, this fucking 1776. Things do change, and they should. But I still think that idea that do what you want, have whatever political alignment that you want, have whatever religious alignment that you want, just don't hurt anybody doing it. And I will straight up defend that right of yours to the death, for you to be able to be free. And I think that includes so much more than just politics and religion too. Like living off grid, for example. This is illegal, what I'm doing, in most of the country. In fact, in most of New Mexico, it's illegal to do what I'm doing. Thankfully here it's not. Everyone does. It's not illegal. But in a lot of America it is. So I don't see why it be what it be. We got zoning laws that affected all that shit. But we shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. I'm so anti government oversight, big government oversight, and so I'll never get behind any sort of system that doesn't let people, like, through the government, doesn't let people live how they want. And oh man, can you hear my voice? This is the tail end. This is what the tail end of a cold sounds like. So dude, okay, for real. This cell phone tower I'm gonna show you right here, and this sky track right here, they work on this tower every couple of weeks. The last time this sky track was here, they packed it up and they took it off, and it came back like 3 days later for them to continue working on the tower. It's unbelievable that they're just constantly working on this. I'm not even kidding, about every 2 weeks they come back and they do some work for like 2 or 3 days, and then they leave. And then they come back and, like, I don't know what they're doing to the tower, but my signal's great, so I can't complain. I'm in New Mexico. Are you on the Mesa? Greetings. I am not. I'm on the Mesa, but I'm not at 2 peaks or 3 peaks. If that's what, I'm assuming that's what. Okay, so the locals will call the Mesa 2 peaks and 3 peaks. Those are the two communities. And when people talk about the Mesa, that's usually where they're talking about. I am not at 2 peaks or 3 peaks, but I am on the same Mesa that those two communities are on. So if you've ever seen that, like, that documentary they did on the Mesa out here, then you'll know just about where I'm at, in the same kind of area. Yep, keeps buffering, but it's on my end, I'm pretty sure, but I'm still here. Yeah, Max here. Book of Uma, you're in New Mexico. Where are you at in New Mexico? Are you on the Mesa? a native New Mexican. I am a transplant New Mexican. um, I just bought land out here not too long ago, so got to the area, and right now my land, just my trailer parked onto it. I have some stuff that, a little loop around driveway and whatnot, but I need to do some building. I need to get some 2x4s. I need to get some plywood so I can structure. I look I look Mexican. Yeah, dude, I am so German. Like if you want to talk about like white people, I am like the cis straight white male. I'm as white as it gets. My whole family is like from Germany. Like both sides of my family immigrated here. I'm a third generation German immigrant from my dad's side and second gen from my mom's side. So like it's pretty easy to track my family tree back to Europe, which wasn't that long ago, apparently. You're up north. You're up north, Taos. No, I'm actually not in Taos. I'm near Taos. I'm closer to TP than to Tres Piedras than I am to Taos. You talking to me, Mac? Do I know Rachel? Of course, I know Rachel. Book of Uma, don't you have a channel that don't you have a channel where you're living off grid too? Am I thinking of the right person? I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. Welcome to my homeland. Where are you at in New Mexico? I love this place, man. Like, I'm from Oregon, right? So I'm from beautiful mountains, and I'm from, where it rains a lot, kind of like it has been here lately. But and where it gets cold in the winter. But I will say that moving out here to New Mexico, like when I look at the ground at Nomads Nest, it's just sage and it's on the Mesa, so it's flat. But when you look up, it's beautiful. And 20 minutes in one direction, I'm in the national forest. If I go an hour in the other direction, I'm at the ski resort. If I go north 45 minutes, I'm in Colorado and all those mountains. So it's like, this is an absolutely beautiful state. New Mexico is phenomenal. I love it here. That's why they call it the land of enchantment. I will say I don't like ABQ that much. Nothing personal, but fuck that place. But New Mexico itself, the clouds here are like a postcard. Like I live in a postcard. I could drive right up the road to the Carson National Forest and see like little creeks running through fields of grass surrounded by mountains and pine trees. This place is beautiful. I love it here. Yes, I have a channel. I am on my own land. Sweet. I'll have to check out your channel. Maybe if we're nearby, maybe one day we can collab on something. I don't know if you've don't big up it too much. I mean, it's hard not to. Like, I straight up live in a postcard. But I know what that's like because I'm from Oregon and we got tons of people that moved to Oregon and nobody liked them. Nobody liked the influx of people that came. It was mostly Californians. And the town I'm from, it's Bend, Oregon, actually. When I was growing up there was 32,000 people. And now Bend is 150,000 people. It became a city. When I was growing up, the closest city to us was Eugene, and now we are bigger than Eugene. So, I know what that's like. And when I moved here, then I started thinking like, oh crap, now I'm the dude that moved to the place where nobody wants y'all to move to. But at least I'm not from Texas. From what I understand, people in New Mexico are just sick of Texans moving here, which is funny because when I was in Oregon, people in Oregon were sick of Californians moving here. So, at least I'm not from Texas. That's what I'll say. The Book of Uma, I just subscribed to your channel. Yeah, you guys, I'm checking out their channel right now. And I think everyone should go subscribe to the Book of Umas. Might be a neighbor of mine. Yep, we're both here. Mac and I are here. There's actually a few others here that are kind of a part of our community, but they don't have their own YouTube channels. They'd prefer not to, be online, which is fine. But we brought, like, there's 4 or 5 people from Slab City that we came here and we want to build a community here. We want to build a community like we have in Slabs. Maybe even better than the one we have in Slabs, because in the Slabs, you can't really regulate who shows up. It's public area, but this is all private. So I'm hoping to invite some of our good friends from Slab City out here. It's very similar, off-grid life, and not much of a police presence out here. The closest police department is an hour away. So, it is kind of the still the American Southwest in some spots of the Southwest. What's up, Special Ed? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm having fun nursing this fucking cold. I'm at the tail end of it, so. Ben sucks. I don't go there unless I have to go to the VA clinic. Yeah, right? Like, that was the same with me. Well, I mean, I went there for a few other reasons too, but dude, when I was growing up, Bend was beautiful. I loved Bend. And then they started building roundabouts and the fucking parkway. I remember when they built the parkway, actually. I lived in Bend when they built the parkway and they split the town in half with this highway. Roads that used to go through don't anymore, and you have to go around, and it's all a fucking mess. I'm by the earth ships. So I'm past the earth ships. If you go over the gorge and you have to drive past the earth ships, and like I'm a ways out from Taos. Like I said, I'm closer to Tres Piedras than I am to Taos, or even to 2 Peaks or 3 Peaks. I'm assuming, are you in Unit 1? Like, are you at 2 Peaks or 3 Peaks, or out on the Mesa? Are we neighbors? You can hit me up on my Facebook if you want. It's Zig Sehorn, ZIG, and Sehorn, SEHORN, and then Babylonian Zig on Instagram. In fact, anyone wants to go check out my other social medias, feel free. I had no idea Slabbers are moving to town. This is actually, I came here 2 summers ago. And I posted up for the summer because my RV broke down, and then I left. I didn't come last summer except to buy land and drop my RV off, and then I took off, and then I came back this year, and now we have a community. There's a few of us from the Slabs that are coming here, and I'm hoping to bring more, because there are great people from Slab City that would thrive out here, that would do fine. Nice, you smoky. Yeah, smoky. Yeah, 64 and 285. That's closer to where I'm at than Taos for sure. But you know how it is to try to find where people live out here, because there's no addresses. There's just GPS coordinates. So, Hey, what's up, Pneumatic? Nomadic Dragon, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Oh. Smoky from the fire. Actually, most of the fires have been put out now. It was smoky there for a little bit. I actually posted in my live stream, or not my live stream, but I posted in my channel like some smoke billowing up from the midnight fire. But all that rain we got just put all the fires out, or at least made them smolder, so that's good. It is very pretty here. I fucking love it. I could do without the rain though, because the rain's making everything muddy. It's keeping the dust down, but it's making everything muddy, so that kind of sucks. Like I said, I got stuck last night and had to leave my truck behind in the mud until this morning to go get it. Yeah, why don't you go live from your place? That would be cool, because then I can go over there and go live. I can go live from your place too. But yeah, check out my truck, you guys. Look how fucking muddy it got from getting stuck. Let me show you. Yeah, like straight up. And then it sticks to your boot. Like there's inches and inches of mud in there from shooting it up. Like, even when I open my door, can't even use my mirror right now. You know, just a truck doing truck shit. Surprised you have a strong stream. Yeah, bro, you gotta get onto that T-Mobile shit. I had Verizon. My stream was not very strong on Verizon, like pixelated and crap. But now with T-Mobile, this is my first live stream with T-Mobile, and I don't know, I'm digging it. Maybe we can have a big barbecue for my birthday. Let's see. Let me see what I can pull together if it's here by then. When is your birthday, Mac? Isn't it like July 6th? I should know this. I'm sorry. Nice. You have a good truck, though. Yeah, I mean, I do have a good truck. It would be better if it was four-wheel drive. I mean, obviously, you know, four-wheel drive out here would be very useful. But I don't have four-wheel drive, so I'm just like slipping and sliding in the mud all the way out from my property to the road. And it's like, I bet you I'm like maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the road, and it's just dirt. And when it rains, it becomes mud. July 21st for Nomadic Dragon. Happy birthday. July 11th. See, I was so fucking close. Well, happy birthday to Mac. We will have to celebrate somehow. Yeah, dude. We'll have to celebrate somehow. I can go into town and get some food. Straight up, like, I can even bake at my house. If you guys want, like, maybe we could invite everyone over and like, do, like, a barbecue or some shit. Maybe even over at Caveman's. That'd be cool. I'll talk to them about it. But birthdays are my favorite, dude. Like, you don't have to share that holiday with fucking anyone. Like, that's yours. It's your birthday. You get to keep it. Anytime I did meet one person once with that shared a birthday with me, and I just knew I couldn't hang out with that person because then I'd have to share my holiday with them, and I didn't want to. Happy Earth Strong, may strong bless touch you both. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Uma, if you ever wanted to like collab on a video or something, check out my channel, see what you think about my stuff. And yeah, I don't know, it'd be cool to get some YouTubers together out here on the Mesa too. What's up, Jeffro? Welcome, bro. I know, I mean, I've been gone I didn't live stream last week, quite honestly, because I was stuck at home in the mud. I didn't even want to attempt to get my vehicle out of there last week, and it was raining pretty hard, and so I could not come into town to do a live stream, and I don't have any signal out there at my house, so that's what happened. And then I got sick this week, and I don't know, I've just been like dragging ass, and even though I got sick, it's still like, it didn't stop me from doing all the things I need to do because they need to get done. Like, when you're living off grid and you get sick, you don't just get to be like, all right, I'm done. I just get to lay here and water will just show up and gasoline will just show up and food will just show up. Like, no, you don't get to have days off unless you planned for it, unless you stocked up or something. But even then, just in Babylon, you could just lay there and the power keeps going and the water keeps going and everything keeps going and you're fine. But you take a day off or two. But when you live off grid, you don't really get to. Yeah, you don't get out much. That's fine. I don't really know anybody here except for the people from Slabs that showed up that also moved out here. So it would be cool to get to know the local community. Or you can hit me up, like I said, on Facebook or Instagram. Either way. Hey, Broham. Mac. What up, Brohim? How you doing? Dude, I love this cell phone tower. It's like, I'm gonna show you. Sorry for the weird zoom, but look, there's a pine tree, and then there's a pine tree right there, and then there's a pine tree, and then it's like they wanted this thing to look like a pine tree, but they didn't want it to look like any of the pine trees nearby. Like, yo, like pine needles, am I right, bro? Oh man. Probably would have made more damn sense if they had just like left it as a tower. Yeah, Mac's a hermit too. He stays at home most of the time. What are the temps out there right now? Let me look at my dashboard because it'll tell me. It's currently 68 degrees. And when it's raining, it's like 55 or so. And it's gonna hover around 70, 80 degrees, 85, pretty much the entire summer. Like, it does not get that hot here. Not like slabs where it gets like 125 degrees. It's not like that at all. Because we're at such high elevation here, the air's a lot thinner. In fact, if anyone ever comes out to visit, you'll see the air is so thin, you can walk around the block and just be super winded. If you go to Taos at Sid's, they probably have OSHA to chew on for the sick feels. I don't know what that means. But I know where Sid's is. You're talking about the market. I go there to get pallets from the back because they got pallets back there for free. I've been wanting to go to Sid's. Yeah, those towers, dude, like it's like they remind me of like when that guy shows up to the house party who wasn't invited and everyone's looking at him and he's like trying to dress like you guys and act like you guys, but he's not. This is like this right here. This cell phone tower is literally what undercover cops look like. So like pine needles, am I right? Oh man. Undercover cops like, hey man, you know where I can get some weed? OSHA is an herb. When I think OSHA, I'm thinking of like the safety people for construction companies. Over the 90s here in Virginia, hate the humidity here. Yeah, dude, so I've spent some time in Virginia and in Virginia Beach, and actually just like, was it like 30 minutes to an hour west of Virginia Beach, there's this little town called Chuckatuck, Virginia. And in Chuckatuck, Virginia, there was this, I don't know if it still exists, but way back 20 years ago, there was this burger place there called Fat Boy's Burgers, and it to this day is the best fucking burger I've ever had. So if you're ever in Chuckatuck, Virginia, go check out Fat Boy's Burgers if it still exists. Expensive store, but super good stuff. Yeah, that Sid's Market kind of reminds me of like a Whole Foods or something like that. Very different from that OSHA. I would fucking hope so. Yeah, now we've all got to Google OSHA, the herb. Oh, so okay, Indrid, is there still a burger place in Chuckatuck called Fat Boy's Burgers? I probably should have just Googled this, but were you able to get your hands on some fireworks? No, nope, no fireworks yet. I think you can get them from, are they illegal in Colorado? Maybe Arizona? Might be a drive to go get some. 107 in Slab City. And like I said, 68 degrees here. That's a pretty fucking easy choice. Oh, I'm gonna have to get to Virginia Beach then one of these days. They also have juice shots that have saved me from sick. I think they're Verde company. Well, shit. I'm like I said, on the tail end of this cold. I have been taking like vitamin C. I don't take cold medicine But I typically don't take cold medicine. But yesterday I did because I was so congested I couldn't sleep. So I took some like nasal decongestion and eventually fell asleep. But yeah, not a fan of that stuff. It dries me out, and cold medicine sucks. But I have been taking vitamin C and hydrating quite a bit, and I think it's just a cold, and I'm a big fucking baby about it. So, neighbor loving the wheelbarrow, I bet. Yeah, Jeffro, David. For those of you who don't know, I have a neighbor named David. He's an old senior citizen with a bad hip and walks around, like hobbles around. He's very frail, and he fell over using his single-wheeled wheelbarrow, taking his groceries from my truck to his house. And since it had one wheel, the wheelbarrow tipped over, and then it brought him with it. And he was fine. Like, thankfully, he was okay, and he got up and like gave me the thumbs up. But we all chipped in. I chipped in 25 in the community. You guys chipped in the rest, and I was able to get him a two-wheeled wheelbarrow, and that's hard to say. I managed it, didn't I? You can check out that video if you want. And yeah, he's loving it. He uses it all the time, and he's not falling over anymore. Like, he was pretty stoked on that thing. Yeah, it's juice, not meds, for sure. Yeah, like, I would be down for that before I'd be down for cold meds. I'll just have to, maybe next time I go into Taos. I actually haven't been in Sid's, but I go behind Sid's to get, their pallets, because their pallets are free. They're the ones, if there's any back there, and they'll just let you have them. Just smoke more cigarettes. You know what, Nemo? I think that's a terrible idea. That'll just keep me sick longer. The fuck is wrong with you? Why would you even suggest that? Jesus. Where are you at these days, Nemo? Hey, Nemo, guess what? You should swing through New Mexico and check out this area so we can get more slabbers. Like Slab City folks out here. You're in San Diego. Dude, you're going the wrong way. You're supposed to go north in the summer and south in the winter. You went south. You just can't get away from that beach, can you, bro? Nemo's also got a channel too, you guys. If you guys want to go check out Nemo's channel, he's been, he's from Slabs. He also travels very different than me. Like, I'm very Babylonian in the way I travel. I carry a trailer on my back with a bathroom and a fridge and all that shit. Nemo travels with a backpack and his thumb in the wind. So we travel very differently, but we do know each other. And yeah, you should check out his channel too for other ways, other ways that people travel. And his is a smaller channel too, so you're not gonna find a lot of that bullshit drama that you'll see on a lot of the other channels out there. Which I assume that Nemo is still posting. And if he isn't, he should be. Right, guys? Shouldn't he be? Tell his ass to keep posting. Your house sitting for Mama D. Oh, she's got a house in... I didn't know that. I didn't know Mama D had a house in San Diego. That's cool. Hell yeah, man. Like, you weren't posting for anyone but yourself. And just because you're housed up at the moment, like, that's a blessing. Post that shit. And you can talk about, like, you could even do a video about, like, go over to the sink and be like, when you open this up, water just comes out. And it's hot. You could do a whole thing about how you don't understand Babylon. And, like, where does the poop go? Do all of that stuff. It'd be so fun. It'd be a fun video. Yeah, Nemo was in Hawaii a couple months ago. And then he just got back stateside. Posted in 2 weeks, Nemo, you're slacking. Although it's been I've gone 2 weeks without posting before too. That's okay. But just get back on the horse. Do another video. Show how fascinating showers are, or like the magic poop vanishing device, exactly, or the magical hot water maker. You could just do a whole video of how you're like, you don't get it. How does the rain not hit me? But one thing I will say about travelers, right? Like, there's all sorts of kind of travelers, isn't there? There's people who hop freight. There's people who hitchhike. There's people who drive in vans and giant RVs. There's people that fly in planes all over the world and stay in different condos. Whatever your travel itch is, we all travel how we are most comfortable. And we all have that shared desire to go traveling and never come back. And we did. And whenever I meet the community, for me, it's like, usually one of the first questions is, how do you travel? When I meet another traveler, like, how do you travel? And they'll be like, oh, I have a van, or oh, I have an RV, or I have a pickup that I travel in, or I hop freight, which you can pretty much tell if they hop freight. Or a schoolie, exactly. They got that wanderlust. And it's a shared community. Even though we all do it different ways, it's still a shared community where we all get to know each other and we all understand that wanderlust. I am Beaufet's. Beaufettis, don't make me read. So for any of you who've ever considered traveling, for any of you who have ever thought about just selling everything and hitting the road, here's what I will tell you. I literally sold everything I owned. I owned a home in Redmond, Oregon, and I owned 2 vehicles and 3 motorcycles and a 3-bedroom house fully furnished. I was so anchored, and I remember I was working for the employment department. After I got out of the Army, I worked for the employment department in Oregon as a vet rep for a couple of years, and I remember sitting there at my house thinking, oh, I can't wait till I get paid so I could buy whatever the fuck bullshit I was trying to buy to make myself happy. And it just clicked in my head, like, I'm miserable, and I'm trying to make a bunch of money in order to buy stuff to make me not miserable, because I think that we were told that that's what you do to be successful, right? And how do you measure success? Well, for me, it was like mental stability, and I didn't have it. I didn't have it in Babylon. So I literally sold everything I owned. I sold my home, and thankfully, I bought my home during the recession. I didn't really get affected by the recession because I was in the military, and I was active duty for the National Guard at the time. So I was able to buy a house during the low point, and I sold when it was starting to raise, although every once in a while I'll go look at how much that house is worth today. But that's beside the point. I sold the house, I sold all my tools, I sold my vehicles, I traded in one of my vehicles for a van, and I just hit the fucking road, dude. And I started with being a bit anchored still, because I got me a storage unit, and I subletted an apartment out in case I ever needed to go back. I had somewhere to go back to. And after like a year, I knew I wasn't going back. And I got rid of the apartment, and I got rid of the storage unit too. And I have been traveling ever since. So for anybody that's been considering doing this and selling all their stuff, I will tell you this much. It's not always more comfortable, right? Like, it's not always cheaper. It depends on how you do it. And it depends on what you're willing to live without, and how much of a hassle you're willing to put in to doing simple shit like getting water. But it can be worth it, because every day when I'm traveling and I have my house with me, my RV, I'll park it somewhere else every couple of weeks, and I look out the same window, but I have a different yard. I have a different yard when I look at that window. And not every day is the same. And that's what was killing me in Babylon. Every day was the same. it was like Groundhog's Day, except weekly Groundhog's Day, where I got 2 days off and then 5 days of work, and 2 days off and 5 days of work. It was so soul sucking, and I didn't have any adventures, and I had to change that, and I did, and I haven't been able to stop because I love it. I love seeing all these new places all the time. I love being able to see different cultures and different people and landscapes. It's really just, I don't know how to stop. I really don't. So even though I own land out here at Nomads Nest, this is my summer home. I'm not going to be staying here in the winter. It gets to negative 28 at night here. I'm not going to stay for that. It would be cool if I had another piece of property down south somewhere where it's nice in the winter, but that might be a couple of years down the road. I'm trying to post better videos. I can hit that 3,000 sub mark. Yeah, Mac, you got like what, 2,800? You're killing it, dude. If you want, I don't know, if you want, Mac, I could show you how I do some of my video editing. It might give you some ideas on how to do yours and give you some ideas on videos. I'm actually looking at Taos right now because it's in front of me, the way I'm aimed, and at the mountains, and I keep seeing lightning. So let me switch this camera, and maybe we can catch some lightning out here. I've seen a couple of bolts as I've been talking to you guys. What's up, John? How you doing? I've seen like 2 or 3 bolts of lightning already out there. Basically, that area out there, that's the direction of Taos. Taos is out there, and they're also experiencing a lightning storm right now. So if anyone's in Taos, you're probably getting rained on. And I'm hoping this isn't a waste of time, because I really would like to catch a bolt of lightning. That'd be cool. But maybe it is. Bolts of lightning aren't exactly able to plan it out where they're going to be. Yeah, what's up, John? Zig, what app do you use to edit your videos? I use Power Director, and I pay for the pro version of Power Director, and it's all encompassing. I can do green screen stuff in there. They've got a bunch of stock footage and stock music that you can use that won't get you copyright infringements. I like it. It's not as good as Adobe, but it's all that stock footage and the stock stuff is built into the app, so I kind of dig it, and I use it on my phone. I do all my video editing on my phone, and I always have all my filming, my video editing, my posting, so that way I don't have to move it from device to device to device. The only video I ever edited using Adobe or any sort of desktop platform software was the video of the YouTuber collaboration where all of us interviewed about why we're in slabs and stuff. I did use Adobe for that. I caught you live because my girl left the iPad on. Well, John, I guess I should thank your girl. What's up, dude? Welcome to my live stream. Is this your first time? Like, have you ever been on my channel before? I'm thinking about buying Final Cut Pro for myself for my birthday. Are you doing your video editing on your computer, I assume? Well, John, I don't know if you know much about me or anything, but I'm from Slab City. I've been traveling now for 8 years after getting out of the Army, and recently just bought land out here in New Mexico that I have affectionately named Nomads Nest, and I'm trying to make this work for now because the price of gas is fucking outrageous everywhere, and it really does stop you from traveling when you got to spend $800 to move from one state to the next. So I want to do it on my MacBook Pro. Now I just use my iPhone and my iPad. I don't know much about Apple's software, but I do know, like, personally, I've used Vegas and I've used Adobe, and I think Adobe is just much more intuitive, right? Like much more user friendly. So I would buy Adobe personally, but it is expensive. Power Director is not that expensive, but I'm using it on my phone, so. If you do t-shirts, you gotta do a Bottle Kids one. I should do a Bottle Kids one. That would be a good idea. I watched Corn too. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I've known Cornelius for, 8 years now. Luma Fusion. I'm not sure I know that app either. On iPhone, iPad. That's probably why I don't know it. I will say, I prefer Android 10 times out of 10. But if you're doing like video editing on a desktop platform, computer platform, I would probably go with a MacBook. There's a reason that Hollywood uses Apples for that. I used to be a hardcore bottle kid. Fuck yeah, dude. I think we all were at some point in our lives, weren't we? Like, Pneumatic. If I was doing like video editing on a computer and I had the coin for it, I would be buying a MacBook, and I think I would still get Adobe though, because Adobe is, I don't know, I just really liked that software. That's what Cause uses, and I mean, there's a lot more you can do with it that you can't do on Power Director, because Power Director is very basic. But for what I do with my videos, Power Director does just fine. I don't need to spend a whole bunch of money. But maybe one day, eventually, I will get better equipment and get good software like Adobe, because I'll be doing different types of videos. But for the time being, for the videos that I'm releasing, I think I'm killing it with just using my phone for all of it. I bought a MacBook Pro in 2020 with one of my stimulus checks. Yeah, dude, I bought a Samsung laptop with my stimulus check. And in hindsight, I wish I honestly would have gotten like a gaming laptop instead. But you know, my laptop does just fine. I like it. It's Samsung, so it's compatible with all of my devices, since all of my devices are Samsung. Mac has a nice red laptop. You know, like, their computers, I like their computers, but I do not like their phones or their tablets. Like, you couldn't convince me to buy one. And you'll know why once I explain it, but when you run out of data, or I'm not sorry, when you run out of memory on your phone, you have to go buy memory from them. You can't put an SD card in it. And if you have I can plug my Android into any laptop and use it as like a flash drive, and I can move everything onto the computer. And you have to use iTunes if you want to do that with your iPhone. You can't just move everything over. I don't care for the way the Apple does their phones, but their laptops are the shit. They do have great laptops. I'm old. What the hell is a bottle kid? Crystal, if you get the chance, go check out the Slab City Bottle Kids video. And that was a video I made with a bunch of the kids from Slab City to just give them something to do. And then I have another video called The Truth About the Bottle Kids, in response to a lot of the hate that the kids were getting. So you can be in on the joke too, but they're right. Like, if I'm gonna sell merch, I definitely gotta do a Bottle Kids shirt or hat or something, and make that happen. So the Bottle Kids need a logo too. I've actually been trying to convince them to start their own YouTube channel, but things are changing in the slabs quickly and drastically, because Ponderosa is gonna be selling their camp, and some of the Bottle Kids are gonna be leaving when they leave Slab City. So, you know, we'll see what happens next season. I wish Spider and Shannon all the luck in the world. They are family. They are straight up family to me. So it's not going to be the last time I see them. But it might change whether or not I spend an entire season in Slabs. Because that's my home, Ponderosa. And this is the second changing of the guard I've seen with Ponderosa. When I first started going there, it was not even called Ponderosa. It was just called George's Camp. And then George named it the Ponderosa, and then Spider and Shannon bought it. So let me catch up on some comments. You can use Amazing Party Babylon. What? Killed his brain with glue as a child? Well, first of all, if you're gonna insult someone, spell it right. Second of all, don't insult anybody on my channel. Party time. So there's that. Or I'll just kick you the fuck out. It's an open source app for Windows and Mac. Oh, the Amazing? That's cool. I think I've heard about that software before. Crystal, is that where they asked for $1? Yes, Crystal, that's where they asked for $1. Peter Pastelacqua left. Yes, he did. He was asked to leave. Not really. It was not a community thing. That was not. Peter leaving had nothing to do with the community. It had everything to do with one single individual. And in Slabs, you can handle that one of two ways. You can handle that by leaving or digging your heels in. And so Peter left, and his time in Slabs, he decided was time to move on. But he wasn't asked to leave by the community. Not one. There's no one person that speaks for the entire community. Yeah, he said someone pulled a gun on him, and that's enough to make some people leave. You know, that's enough for someone to be like, "Yep, this ain't worth it," and that's fine. You know, Peter is with friends, and he's safe, and he's doing just fine. So, you know, it was probably a change in the right direction for him, anyways. So I hope, you know, but no, he wasn't asked to leave by the community. It's not how it works in Slabs. People who say they get run out of Slabs just because one person told them to go doesn't really quite get it. They don't understand it. It's got to be a community thing. The whole community is who ends up getting people out of the Slabs. It's not just a one person, I'm in charge type of shit. If there's personality conflicts between two people in Slabs, like either they, I don't know, figure it out, or they don't, and they just live next to each other. So I mean, it just depends on the people involved, I suppose. Pink Gorilla doesn't like Peter. Well, who cares? You know what? There's a lot of people in Slabs that don't like me too. You know, like that's a thing. And I've actually had people in Slabs, like individuals in Slabs, tell me to leave Slabs, and I'm just like, fucking no. Like, no. I have been involved with escorting people out of Slabs before. I have been involved with the community being involved, like in part of a community decision of some people leaving the town before, but I've never but individuals aren't in charge of the Slabs, and that includes anyone who's asking Peter Pastelacqua to leave. Peter just decided to leave because it wasn't worth the fight, because he's a grown-ass man, and it wasn't worth the fight, and that's how grown-ass men make decisions sometimes. Spin it how you will, he is no longer here. No shit, that's what we're talking about, dude. I'm not spinning it, I'm explaining it. And I don't, you know what, dude, you're done. You're done. Bye-bye, little boy. Whoever the fuck you are. Party time. You can go party somewhere else. This channel is not your shit-talking platform. This channel is my platform. This is my echo chamber. And I do not allow little boy trolls or little girl trolls or whoever the fuck you are to come into my channel and make it negative. That's not what you're gonna do. because I'm in control here. You're not. You have your own channel. You can go be a drama queen over there and talk your little shit and have your little Slab City drama fucking stuff going on, but you're not doing it on my channel. Like, that's called a boundary. And you can go away. That was really dumb. Like, I'm not interested in your immature shit, bro. Peter's in the Northwest enjoying life. Yeah, he's not in Slabs. He's in a beautiful area with beautiful friends. He's doing just fine. He's probably doing better than Pink Gorilla. He's probably doing better than whoever it was that had a gun still over there in 110 degrees right now. Like, nah. Like, shut the fuck up with that slab drama shit, dude. I don't care about your slab drama. I've never cared about your slab drama. I'm never going to care about your slab drama. If you're new to my channel, then this is news to you. But if you're not, then you know better. Like, you know I don't care about all the slab drama. I don't give a shit. It's just a bunch of high school stuff. It's high school shit. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. It's annoying. What's up, Mark? Howdy from Ohio. Oh, H. I don't think that you're the only one in Ohio that frequents my channel. I've got a few other Ohioans, whatever you guys are called. I've got a few of you in here. Smoking some perp with me? Oh yeah, and I'm still smoking on this Gorilla Glue, bro. I've got like a half ounce of this, and I've got like a quarter of some other stuff at home. I forgot what that one was. Probably should have brought it, but this stuff is pretty good. Is party time even in the Slabs? I have no idea. Probably. But I probably know who they are. But I don't know who they are on here hiding behind a screen. But I probably know who they are in person. But I'm not interested in drama. Like, I'm not interested in that high school arguments back and forth. Like, I'm not interested. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not what my channel's gonna be. This is my echo chamber, right? Like, this is my platform. I made this channel. I put the content up, and all of my content, for the most part, has been very positive, ignoring all the drama, because I could totally get into the drama, and we could just start talking shit about each other, and that could be a thing. But I'm just not interested in making me get on YouTube and becoming stressed out because of what people are saying. That's not what I'm going to be here for. So my YouTube is going to be my creative outlet and how I explain my life. And my life doesn't have that little high school drama peddly bullshit in it. So impressive boundaries. It's so strange out here being a creator. Yeah, man, like, so many people do get caught up, Uma, in that drama, right? In that arguments back and forth. But like, a lot of the people on my live stream, they'll attest to this because they've been here since day one, that that's not the content I cover. I'm not covering negative stuff. Like, I'm out here in beautiful New Mexico. I could cover so much awesome stuff. The forest, the earth ships, the storms, the fires. Like, it doesn't have to be neighbors hating neighbors. And I'm going to be going back to Slabs in the winter, and I'm not interested in creating drama that I have to go back to when I go home. No, like, I'm going to show everything I can in a positive light, because that's the lens I look at things through. So that's what I'm going to do. You're smoking some Gorilla Glue too. Well, cheers, bro. Cheers to Gorilla Glue. Not my favorite strain, but it's definitely up there. Heard the rain you were getting on Mac's channel. Wow, you were plummeted or pummeled. Yeah, we were pummeled, Kelly. I got stuck overnight. My truck got stuck in the mud. And if when the live stream's over, if you rewind, I showed my truck a couple times. It's just covered in mud. Like, I can show you my mirrors real quick. Check this shit out. Look at that. I can't even use my mirror. So, yeah, I live in mud. We are mud people out here on the Mesa, especially when it rains. Congrats on your EIB badge. I always got shot in the back with maps. Yeah, this is not an EIB, it's a CIB. I did not earn an EIB, but this has the reef on it, so that's a CIB, Combat Infantryman's Badge. But close. I have some friends that have the EIB. EIB is the Expert Infantryman's Badge, by the way. This is a CIB. The CIB is the Combat Infantryman's Badge. It means that you were directly engaged by the enemy and returned fire. The only way to earn this is if you're an infantryman, and yeah, you go to war and you get shot at, basically, and you earn that. The EIB, the Expert Infantryman's Badge, it looks very, very similar to this, almost exactly like this, except it doesn't have the reef, right? It doesn't have the reef right there. It's just the rifle, the old musket rifle. And the Expert Infantryman's Badge is a course that you have to go through and basically prove that you are an expert infantryman, and then you earn that badge. And I did not earn that badge because I never went to the EIB course. I went to war instead. But the EIB is actually pretty honored award that you can earn. Like, it is very respected. So refreshing to hear. So happy you see the true beauty here. It is nice to know good people are moving and not interested in drama fest. You know, and like, it's really hard to avoid small town drama in small towns. And I try to avoid it in slabs the best I can too. And even if I am involved in some drama, I'm not going to post it on my YouTube channel. You guys don't care about my drama. You guys aren't interested in who I'm arguing with this week. I've never brought it up. I've never mentioned it in any of my channels, except for with Slab City News, but he's not going to suck me in anymore. Is weed legal in New Mexico? Yes, it is. They just legalized it. They have dispensaries open now. The market here is expensive. It's much cheaper for me to drive north to get weed than it is to stay in New Mexico. But it is legal here, so it legalized the same time that that Arizona did. So that's cool. It's legal in New York now too. Yeah, you know what? If the 2020 election, like, it felt like the last couple of elections, everybody lost. That's how I felt. That's how I felt about it. It didn't matter what side you were on. Everybody lost, except weed. Weed won all of those elections. Every time there was a new state with it on their ballot, it won. I think Florida is the only holdout that keeps striking it down. But yeah, every time it was like 6 or 7 states that legalized recreationally, including Arizona, which blew my mind. I thought they would be like the last ones to win or to legalize recreationally. And then now I'm thinking the holdout is going to be Idaho. I think Idaho might be one of the last ones to ever legalize, because even Mormon-owned Utah legalized for a recreation market, which I couldn't believe it. I thought that was great. They opened, not for recreation, sorry, I lied. They opened for a medical market. Even Mormon-owned Utah has a medical market for cannabis now, which is amazing. I thought they were going to be the last holdouts. I thought Virginia was going to be one of the last holdouts, but Virginia just legalized. So maybe it's Idaho. They're surrounded by a bunch of stoners, so we'll see. Maybe South Carolina. Yeah, the Carolinas. I went to jail for weed in North Carolina when I was 19. So the Carolinas in my head have always been like, I don't know. But Politics is a disgrace in our country. You're absolutely right. Thanks, Uma. I'm glad you found my channel too. I'm gonna when I get done here, dude, I'm gonna go to your channel and hit subscribe too. They blame weed for everything. You know what? Like, go watch Reefer Madness, that movie from the 30s, and that's what North Carolina sounds like. That's what Idaho sounds like. It's pretty ridiculous. The way that people want to blame weed for the most silliest of stuff. I love Reefer Madness. I actually just downloaded Reefer Madness the other day too. And it's so boring. It actually is boring. But now if you watch it like it's a comedy, it's pretty funny. It's pretty entertaining. But if you watch it like this is actually what people thought back in the 30s, it might piss you off a little bit. I own thousands of movies. I don't actually own. I don't. I download everything, so I have digital copies of my entire movie collection, my entire TV show collection. They're all digital copies. I've been downloading shit like this since forever. And I have a 4 terabyte hard drive that's got like a terabyte or two worth of movies and TV shows on it. So that way, when I'm out at Nomads Nest and I don't have signal, I always have something to watch. True facts, Nemo. I own a backpack. I have a backpack. I have a backpack and a phone, and off we go. I sub back to Mad Mac, thank you. Yeah, Mac's also a slabber. Mac's been going to slabs for years now. Nemo's also a from Slab City as well. Like, there's a few of us on the live stream from there. Do puppies need more snacks? Dude, yeah, they devoured those treats. And there's a friend of mine that has a pit bull I gave some of those treats to, and that pit bull just ate them like they were nothing. But it would actually take, Zag ate them pretty quick, but Miles, it would take him a minute to get through it. I have digital copies, movies, and Apple movies, and hard copy DVDs, VHS, and Blu-ray. VHS, man. Do you even have a fucking VHS player? Do they still make VCRs? I did a summer once too, Nemo. Once. That was the summer I met you. Actually. A VHS and DVD hybrid player. Nomadic Dragon. I feel like your house might be a museum. Or at least you have some precious things you could donate to a museum. I remember DVD, or I remember VHS. Do you remember Laserdisc? It was like what was popular right before DVDs. Like these giant, like they were the size of a record, but they were basically a DVD. But then they came out with the DVDs and made them all small. Laserdisc. Oh, the library days. Yes. Yes, the library days. It was a hot summer. I did get my own P.O. box, and I got one with Zig because I'm complicated like that. Yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, Mac and I, we got a bunch of us community members out here. We got on a P.O. box out here together, and then Mac went and got his own P.O. box because he's weird. My Genesis still works perfect. Your Genesis? You talking about Sega Genesis, or are you talking about something else? I have a friend with Betamax. Holy shit. Betamax. Mac is a cancer like me. Well, happy birthday, you couple of diseases. I think I got one in my motorhome. Never used it. It came with VHS. That's how old your motorhome is. It came with VHS. I did 2 summers, never again. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stay another summer in slabs. To be honest with you, like I don't have to, and I don't like extreme temperatures. I don't like extreme weather. Like it gets really cold here in the winter. I'm not gonna stay here in the winter. It gets really hot in slabs in the summer. Not gonna stay there in the summer. I'm just gonna keep traveling. There's no climate on Earth I could just be like this one forever. I'd want my own P.O. box too. Yeah, we have like 4 other people on that box. So I got nothing to prove, so no summer in the slabs for me. Yeah, I don't think I had anything to prove. I liked the community I had met at the time. And I had, been to Iraq. I'd been to hotter climates. And I knew I could do slabs, and it was pretty fun. But just to say I did it, I guess. I did a summer in slabs, but I probably will. I couldn't imagine myself doing it again. It was like very different back then too. Different people, different types of people. Now it's, I don't know. There's no one there. Like Ponderosa, they're leaving, so I don't think there's anywhere in slabs I'd want to stay for the summer. I just got my own because they have very important paperwork. Sometimes I have. Yeah. No, I feel you, dude. I feel you. I did give you a key to that other box, though, right? I did bring that over. I feel like I did that. Yeah, they say to be a real slabber, you must spend 2 summers there. So I guess I'd never be a real slabber then. Yeah, that's what they say. You have to. That's the unwritten rule that you have to spend 2 summers in slabs in order to be a slabber. But to be honest with you, I've never aspired to be a slabber. I've never wanted to be a slabber. It's never been something like, oh, I need to become that. Like, I'm good. I don't have to do that to be part of the community. Ponderosa is leaving. Yeah, they announced that they're selling the Ponderosa like a week ago or so. So, yep, that's the thing. Which I can't really blame them. They've been there 10 years and they've suffered a lot of tragedies. Not just Zach, their son passing away, but friends, Turkey and Gene. There's been a few deaths, like just people passing away, and I think that just, it wears them down after a while. So I don't blame them for wanting a change of pace. They see all of us coming and going all the time. I think that's motivating them a lot too. So, that's the way that the wind blows you sometimes. 130 degrees like being inside an oven. Yeah, ain't that the fucking truth? It's also like 130 degrees is like, imagine holding a hairdryer to your face when the wind blows. That's kind of what it feels like. When the wind's blowing, it feels like there's a hairdryer inches away from your face. I also came one of those big tube TVs and got rid of the first day I got it. My old RV came with one of those too, like the deep backed TVs with the tubes in it for sure. Hit that like button, everyone. That's a great idea. I got 24 people in here. A lot of you already hit like because I've got 26 likes, so that's pretty cool. Also, if you wanted to donate, I wouldn't kick it back. If anyone wants to post my donation links in the comments, that'd be cool. You guys got me for a little bit longer though. This has been a pretty good live stream so far. I like the cold temps. I might have to come visit Nomads Nest one day. Hey, you know what? If you want to have a place to stay in the winter, just so I have someone here to watch my stuff while I'm gone, that'd be cool. It would be actually pretty cool to find a squatter that didn't mind staying in an area with very cold temperatures that wants to stay on my land for free, there'll be space for you, and that way my shit won't get messed with, um, and that person would have somewhere to stay. Like, I've thought about that, finding some squatter that was just like, I need a place to stay for the winter, and I don't mind extreme cold. Had some great times in New Mexico. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Babylonian. Hey, Special Ed, appreciate that. No rattlesnakes in the cold. Ain't that the truth? Like, it had been kind of chilly, and that was its first warm day. And there's this green Mojave rattlesnake just coiled up right next to my motorcycle. And thank God it didn't get any of the dogs. Like, I don't know what I would have done. Like, my dogs are so small, and they would have gotten bit on the face like most dogs do. So, yeah, there's snakes out here. We had somebody that works at this restaurant over here that got bit by a snake, and a friend of mine had to drive her into Taos to go to the hospital. And it's like an hour drive, and she made it there in like 15 minutes, I guess, going like 90 miles an hour. So, yeah, there's snakes out here, and they are dangerous, and they're highly venomous, and I do worry about my dogs with that. But thankfully, that last snake, I killed it, and I'm gonna eat that little fucker. No, I never got the key yet. You did bring me the coffee. Oh, I didn't bring you the key? I might still have it right here in my truck then, bro. Well, I have a key for you somewhere, bro. It's in my truck somewhere. So I thought I brought it by, but I must not have. I'll dig it up and bring it over to you. I had a bunch of keys made. That was a big pain in the ass. So they got me here because of a friend of yours. There's a friend of mine, Andrew Manning. He talks highly of you. That's why I joined your channel. Okay. Damn, I remember Andrew. Nomadic Rat Pack. That's cool. I'm glad that he's still out there fucking living it up. Last time I saw him, he just bought a home and was raising his kids and shit. Like, yeah. I hope he's doing all right, man. Let him know that I hope he's doing good. I'd be down for staying for winters they can't do this winter, but next winter I'm totally down. Can I bring a couple of goats? Absolutely. Please bring some goats. Put them on a string and let them eat all that sage down. I'm entertaining Nemo. Everyone entertain Nemo. He's on the light rail. He's riding trains. You're hopping trains the wrong way, though, bro. Kelly, no, I haven't cooked it yet. It's in the freezer. With the rain and me getting sick, we were going to do a big barbecue with the community, and we were going to bring the snake and cook it then, but we didn't end up having that because of the rain and everything. So I'm hoping maybe we can bring it and cook it at Mac's birthday. I think I just had a whole bunch of mud fall off my truck because I heard a clunk. That startled me. Mojave Green is a small rattlesnake, but it has one of the most potent venoms. Yeah, this snake was not very big. It was about 6 or 7 years old based on how many rattlers it had. But it was like 3 feet long. But when I Googled what kind of snake it was, the Mojave Green, yeah, they're very, very, very venomous. And it would have killed either one of my dogs. So, yeah, that's a stressful thing I got to worry about. Now, ever since I caught that snake on my property, I just keep looking for him everywhere I go. Like, constantly looking for him. Ever since this woman was bit by one and had to get rushed to the hospital, I've been looking for him. So, yep, maybe have more snakes by the end of the season for eating. I'd love to come visit, but I tend to avoid hitching through Arizona. You could go to the gathering and then hitch south from there. You wouldn't even touch Arizona. Oh, I guess you would a little bit from where you're at, but maybe not. I might stay this winter, but I'm not 100% sure. Only if my camp's ready and I'll able to keep warm. Yeah, I think there's a few other people that might stay this winter, but they're also not sure. I had the same thing with rattlesnakes and my dogs. I always eat them day one though. Snake is gourmet eaten. Yeah, I wanted to cook it that day, but it did start raining. It's just, I don't know. I probably should have, but I froze it. Yeah, you go out first, save the dogs. I do. I go out first. Now, I was just letting the dogs go roam free and shit, but not anymore. I go out, I'm checking all the bushes and stuff before I let the dogs out. Like, maybe I'm being a little paranoid, but I need to get like a, it would be cool to get one of those chain link dog fence things that I can keep them in. So when I let them out, they have some room to move around, but they also are protected. And I know I only have to check that area for snakes. Plant some peppermint. It might help deter snakes. I don't know if peppermint would grow up here. It gets so cold. I'm not honestly sure. When in doubt, it's just safe and smart. Yeah, obviously I worry about my dogs. It was a tick that killed Zag's mother. Zag's mom got tick paralysis and died. So I don't know, like, I would rather my dogs die of old age because, I mean, even though I'll be devastated and sad, it'll be much better than a tragedy. Those dog chain link fence things aren't too expensive. I was looking at those to do that too. Yeah, I saw them at Harbor Freight, but I didn't get a price on them. But I don't think they are very expensive. It'll grow in summer when snakes are a problem. Yeah, well, good. I can get some more snakes to kill. And get some more snakes to eat. I actually also recently just got a bunch of fishing equipment, so hopefully I'll go fishing soon because I do like to fish. And I'm still kind of like, I know a woman up here who owns her own land and has a bunch of property, one with a pond on it, and her pond is stocked with trout. So she said that I can go fish in her spot whenever I wanted to. You could spray peppermint. I guess I could spray peppermint oil. That does make sense. I don't think I'll be able to grow it out here. And if I could, I think the rabbits and there's prairie dogs, I think the shit would eat it. But good evening, everyone. Greetings from the UK. What's up? Where at in the UK are you at? Which country? Which one of the four? How do you say your name? Froline? Froline? I'm gonna butcher that. Gonna walk to AT&T and then go back to D's to play video games. Fuck yeah, dude. Don't forget to do that, don't forget to do that YouTube video we were talking about, where all this stuff inside Babylon fascinates you. Oh, you're in England. So, I wish I could hear your accent. If I could hear your accent, I would tell you if you're in northern or southern. But you're in east. But the northern and southern accents in England are so different. Even though, like, okay, so in America, a 3-hour drive ain't shit, right? But in the UK, a 3-hour drive, you've now driven to the other side of the country. And the accent is so different between like London and northern. Whereas in America, if you drive 3 hours, you are not going to find a new accent. Like, you're not. You're going to find the same accent. It takes you a lot longer to drive in the States before you find a different accent. But oh, you're German, so that makes sense. I could see your name. I kind of wondered if you were German because of the name that you have, but I bet you would have a German accent too. Maybe a German accent mixed with English, since, I mean, I'm assuming did you learn how to speak English in Germany in school, or did you learn from moving to the UK? So you probably have a German, kind of a London German accent. If you drove through, you think New York, I guess New York does have a lot of different accents inside of that city, right? Like, just like Chicago kind of does too. when you get into the cities, you'll find different accents. That's a fair point. I've been to Germany before. I went to Leipzig, Germany before. I've been to Shannon, Ireland. Okay. Yeah, I know it's really common for a lot of the European countries to learn English in school. Whereas in our country, I think that the language I learned the most was Spanish, but not too many people get fluent in other languages in America because we can travel so far without needing another language. Whereas in the Europe, like, it's very helpful to be bilingual. Yeah, the cities definitely, like I was saying, they'll have different accents. I feel like in the West Coast where I'm from, though, that's not even true. The West Coast accents aren't different. There's no difference between Seattle accent versus LA. And I don't know, like the South, though, or I'm sorry, the cities in New England and shit, they'll have a lot of different accents because there's such melting pots going on through there. We learn English and French in school. Haven't been keeping up with my French, though. You know, French would be a good language to learn because it's the only language that's the official language of a country on every continent. Every continent has French-speaking countries, like, or French-speaking areas. Like our continent, we got Quebec, right? The Quebecois, and they speak French. Fuck, I'm pretty sure, like, because France invaded the entire world at one point and colonized it, so you'll find French speakers everywhere. That would be a good language to know if you were traveling the world. Hey, and I did get a donation. Thanks, John. I appreciate you. I appreciate you throwing me that. That was awesome. Pretty soon. Oh. Ouch. Pretty soon, I'll be monetized. So donations like what John just sent will pop up on the screen, and y'all can get like recognition immediately for it. So yeah, I appreciate that very much. Yeah, Louisiana. I forgot about that. Yeah, Louisiana. Louisiana has a lot of French speakers too. And then in South America, there's a French-speaking country down there too, and I'm trying to remember what it was. In Africa, it's Madagascar. Madagascar speaks French. But there's one in South America too. There's a French-speaking country down there. But basically, it's because like France literally occupied the entire planet at one point, like Portugal did too. That's why you find Portuguese in so many places. Which reminds me, I ought to roll one too. Damn right. I bet you roll yours with tobacco in them because you're European. But we don't do that over here. Not very many Americans that I know will put tobacco in their joints. They don't roll spliffs, they roll joints. I have known some people that roll spliffs, and that's what they do, but for the most part, everyone I know in the UK and in Europe rolls spliffs, and they put tobacco in their weed. So Nomadic, you're in New York. Are you in the city, or are you like upstate New York? Oh, so you are smoking pure joints. That is so American of you. Glad to hear it. I like packing cones. Oh, you're in Manhattan. Man, that would be so overwhelming to me to live there. Like, I've visited Manhattan. I saw Ground Zero like about a year after 9/11 in 2002, 2000, might have been 2 years, might have been 2003. Yeah, it was 2003. I saw Ground Zero, and they had the two spotlights, shining up. And I just remember how big everything was in New York. It was just so big. And I traveled through the city on Greyhound Um, I don't know, like it's just so overwhelming, so busy. I don't know how you do it. I tip my hat to you. I like living out here in the middle of nowhere. Um, but at least in the city, I will say, in every city I've been to, there's so much good food. There's so many good food selections that you can't find anywhere else. Um, but I, anytime I'm in the city, I miss the stars. Like, oh yeah, there you go, Pneumatic. You can only see a piece of the sky, not the whole sky, because of the skyscrapers. And you can't see as many stars, if any at all. It's just like this black blanket that goes over the city, as opposed to out here when the sun goes down and there's no clouds. It's the universe. Like I posted pictures of it before. You can see the Milky Way and stuff. It's absolutely beautiful. Hey, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that donation, dude. Both you and John, you guys are badasses. I appreciate that very, very much. A blanket of stars. I'll have to show you. Maybe you can go through my community page, Nomadic, and you can see the pictures I've shown. Where out here you can see the Milky Way. Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, out here you can see the Milky Way when the sun goes down. So, um, it's like this black sky with stars, but then this blue line that just goes over, you know, the sky. It's pretty beautiful. It's like a blue mist almost is what it looks like. I really love the desert skies. Like, don't get me wrong, I love pine forests, I love being out in the woods, but the sky in the desert at night, you get the whole thing. Like, if you're in the city, you got buildings in your way and you got light pollution. If you're in the woods, you got pine trees and shit in your way, or whatever trees you have. They're blocking a lot of your view. But if you're in the desert and all your foliage is real low, then it's, you get the whole sky. You get the whole sky, and I totally dig it. Well, California and New York are nice to visit, but couldn't live there. Now that's a very broad statement, Deanna, because both states are huge. Upstate New York is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's mostly farmland and wide open spaces, right? The city I couldn't do either. And same with California. There is some absolutely beautiful places in California, like just breathtaking. California is so big and covers so much space, and they have so many national parks. You could travel all up and down the Sierra Nevadas and the Cascades and find just so much beauty and waterfalls and hot springs, and I don't know. Like same with New York too, but the cities, I don't know. Like I understand why people live in the cities. I just personally couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So like I I like visiting cities though, if that makes sense, because like I said, there's so much good food in cities. You never get bored. There's always something to do. But then I just miss nature, and that's what you lack in a lot of cities is a lot of nature. It's too expensive in New York now. Yeah, it's getting like that everywhere, but New York and like Seattle and Hawaii have always been like the most expensive spots to live in America, and I can imagine how expensive it is to live in New York today. You're born there. It's all you know. So, were you born and lived and raised in New York your whole life? You've never left or anything? Yeah, we were just talking about that. Caveman and I were talking about how it's um, interesting that some people have just never left. I I'm not built that way. My brain can't do that, and I almost envy the people who can. Um, so because you're comfortable, no matter you're comfortable where you're at. You're comfortable where you were born, and you didn't have to go find that place to be comfortable, and that's definitely worth being envious about. Like, I don't care if it is in a city. If that's where you're comfortable, like, rock on with your bad self. I've been to Connecticut and New Jersey before. I like Connecticut. Connecticut's pretty. There's so much to explore out there, though. Like, you can go north to Maine. It's not even that far. Go check out Maine. It's beautiful. Too many people and too noisy. Yeah, for me, I don't mind the noise so much at during the day. At nighttime noise, that could get overwhelming. But for me, it is how many people there are. Like, you're always in a crowd. You're always in a crowd, and that would be overwhelming to me. I'm a hermit. Social interaction I have online is enough for me. I don't need to see anyone in person. I know a lot of hermits, and I know a lot of like just recluses, and they're pretty fun. Um, I know my neighbor David. He's a hermit who he's the way he says it. He's like, I'm a hermit who likes having guests. He's like, but I don't like going out there, and I'm like, that's fair. I used to enjoy London in my 20s, early 30s. Now I live in the arse end of England and wouldn't want it any other way. Solitude is bliss to me nowadays. Yeah, I think when I was younger, I would have liked the cities a lot more. Because there's always something to do, right? There's always somewhere to go. There's always something going on. But to me now, yeah, I want my life to be simple and peaceful and enriching. And I think this is what I'm trying to create for myself out here. I'm like, David, I'd rather stay home and have guests visit. That's awesome. Personally, I'd rather. It depends on the guest. Most people I know, I would rather go to them, and but some people I don't mind them coming over because we're so close. Hell no, nomadic dragon, you are not getting no younger. So go do some traveling. Like, why not? Why not? Like, you have everywhere else to go. Make yourself a little bucket list. The way I did it is I just started traveling from like national park to national park to national park, and that was my kind of rough draft plan as I left. And now, like, that has evolved to so many other places that aren't national parks. And I don't know, like, that's a great way to start, though, is just go see national parks, because that's one thing America did well. And when we were forming our country, we did a lot of shitty stuff, but preserving some of the most beautiful spots in America is something that most of the other we were one of the first countries to start doing that kind of stuff. And like, here, this is protected land because it's rare and it's beautiful, and I think that's I wanted to see the country that I gave so much for, and that's where I started, was national parks. But yeah, make a bucket list and hit the fucking road. Get a van. You can still be a recluse and still travel. Those things are possible. I know recluses that travel. They just go out in the middle of the woods and stay away from people the whole time. Also, preparing for the zombie apocalypse is easier in rural areas. Yes. Yes, it is. And I actually had the zombie apocalypse in mind when I decided to buy land in this area. Because there's a lot of wildlife here. There's fresh water. There's game that you can hunt, and it's not very busy. It's very rural. I'm not a prepper as such, but I sure do a lot of prepping. I should probably do more prepping than I do. Mac, I'm not sure that Rabbit Side is gonna be doing YouTube anymore. Maybe now that they've moved out of Slabs, I'm not sure, but they were like, the trolls chased them out of Slabs. So, or not out of slabs, but the trolls chase them out of YouTube. So they stopped doing videos for that reason. I feel like maybe they'll do something now that they're out of slabs. I hope so. That'd be cool because they had great videos. Would you say that sounds like me, Mad Mac, the recluse guy? Yeah. So what was in the pockets? Nomadic, what was in your pockets? You know, like Fraulein. I'm probably hacking that up. I'm sorry, I don't speak German, but yeah, the zombie apocalypse, like how you prep for that is the exact same way you would prep for any of that, right? Like an economic collapse, or the food supply collapse, or a government collapse, like all these things, maybe all at the same time. That's how you prep the same way for the two things. So I don't think we're that far behind. I think us in our Western, including Europe, in our Western world that we live in, we're so comfortable relying on the system for so much. Even though I'm off grid, I'm out here on solar and generator, and I still rely on Babylon for food and my water and shit like that. So there's it would hurt everyone. I think it would be difficult because we are so comfortable with our Western lifestyles, you know, and we don't become we're not producers. Like most Western people are not producers. They're not producing food. They're not producing clothes. They're not producing medicines. We consume because we have jobs, but we're not making anything. Not most of us. Is Ruby the chess player out there also? Well, there is a person here named Ruby who I know, but I don't care for him that much. So he might play chess. I don't know. Right now, if I do it right, I could stand in the spot for at least 2 months without having to go into town. I like being prepared. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Mac. I can make it like a week before I have to go back into town. In fact, maybe a little less than a week because I need more water jugs. I need to get some more water jugs so I could store more water at home. Or maybe get one of those 300-gallon cubes and have it filled. But yeah, the water is what keeps sending me into town. Like, I could probably go longer than a week if I didn't have to keep refilling my water. When you say town, are you going to Red River or Taos? I'm going to Taos. Or I'll go to Antonito. Yeah, Colorado. Yeah, I'll either go to well, if I'm going to Walmart, it's either Taos or I'm going to Alamosa. So I've been to Espanola a couple of times, but really it's about the same distance to get to Taos, to get to Espanola, to get to Alamosa. It's about an hour, no matter which direction I go, to get to either one of those Walmarts. So, but there is a spot in Taos that I go to get my water because it's free, and so I go there to fill up my jugs, come back home. Isn't there a spring somewhere to get water? From what I understand, some of the locals do know of a spring to go to get water, but I've seen the water that comes back from there, and I would need a filter or something for the water that they're bringing back. But there is a well that I could fill up at, but it's not free. It's like 4 cents a gallon at this well, and you have to spend like $400 to buy into the well rights. So, I'll figure something out to keep me. I just need more water storage. Really, right now, that's what I need is more water storage. That would be helpful. That would be the most helpful. So I could stay on my land for maybe 2 weeks before I had to go into town. Yeah, I could make my own filter. I know how to make water filters. Um, that's what this would need. But I would, and the only thing I'm really missing for that right now would be charcoal. But I could do that. I've got, I got total storage about 3,000 liters. Not all tanks are full though. Calculating 100 liters usage per day. I think I probably use less than that. Like I don't. I'm struggling with the conversion a little bit, but I go through about 3 gallons of water a day, maybe two, depending on dishes and what I cook for dinner. Yes, Red River is beautiful, and I heard that too. I haven't. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Red River. I don't know where that's at. I can't think of where that might be. So, you fishing at all? Yeah, I will be soon. Damn right. I just got my fishing gear. I need to go down to Walmart get a fishing license, and I'll be ready to fish. I got everything I need. I just need to go do it. And it's been raining a lot, so obviously you know that. But I haven't gone out fishing because of that. But that is on my to-do list very soon. I have a well in my cellar, but I also harvest rainwater. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing out here is harvesting rainwater. In fact, almost everybody in New Mexico lives off grid, harvests rainwater, and during monsoon season is where they collect a lot of their water, and then the snow melt is where they collect the rest of their water. I've been wanting to get a one of 300-gallon cubes so I can collect all this rain we've been having. Yeah, exactly, Mac. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Am I catching the rain? No, not yet, Nomadic Dragon. I need basically I make less than $1,000 a month, so being able to get all the lumber I would need to build a structure, to build a roof, to get the gutter system, and into a big water catchment thing, it's just more money than I can do all at once. So I'm piecing it together slowly. Hopefully, I'm gonna get some lumber this month, and then maybe next month I can get one of those cubes to start storing water. But it's not gonna happen quickly just because money slows me down on everything. I need to buy some PVC pipe and rain barrels. Yeah, rain barrels, or like I said, one of those 300-gallon cubes, or whatever water storage I could use would be fine. But yeah, this water that's falling now, like this would be great water to catch, to just have water. I'd be good. Come from where you are before Taos on the left. For what? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Come before Taos on the left. Did it come early this year? When is it usually? Is it usually during like July, isn't it? 100 liters per day is a very generous calculation that includes a shower, load of laundry, and one dishwasher cycle. Okay. I I'm trying to remember how many liters is in a gallon. I think it's like two, maybe two and some change, maybe three and some change, something like that. We bar we have barely any rain during the summer months. I guess out here during like early summer it rains a lot. Um, but the rest of the year not so much. They'll even get some snow out here in the winter. But like where I'm from in Oregon, it's like 6 feet of snow every winter. But out here it's like inches of snow every year. So oh, Red River on the way to Taos on the left. I have no idea. I don't know where that's at. I guess I have to look it up when I get off of here. I know where that BLM land is out there, like by the Earth ships, that you can like post up at the top of the, like above the hot springs, at the Rio Grande. Just live on the beach. Nomadic Dragon, that's how I started this lifestyle, was on the beach. And yeah, that's pretty legit because when you when you get done with like like swimming or whatever, there's showers and stuff right there when you come off of the beach. Yeah, doing this lifestyle near a beach is pretty legit. That's how I started. That's how I started on the East Coast. Use a composting toilet during the summer months. I would like to start a composting toilet here. And basically I would do it like an outhouse, but in that outhouse receptacle or whatever, I would turn it all into compost. Last July, August is usually monsoon. I'll be damned. Oh, late July and August. Okay. Well, Nomadic Dragon, the summers are also cooler when you get to higher elevation too. Like where I'm at like 7,500 feet. And I mean, it's enough to take the wind out of you just getting up sometimes if you're not used to the elevation. But it doesn't get very hot here. You could just get a camping toilet, same thing. Yeah, I would like to have a permanent structure of some kind. It could be a camping toilet. That's fine. Could be a hole in the ground. Um, but I have a camping toilet already. But doing it on a bigger scale would be pretty legit. But yeah, composting toilet is what I do now. Just I want it to be an outhouse compost pile. Not to get too like we all have. Everybody poops. So when you live off grid, you got to figure out your waste. Oh, you haven't experienced the heat yet. Um, Uma, I doubt it gets hot enough here to scare me away. Like, how hot does it get here, really? Like, coming from slabs where it's 125, it can't get too hot here. Oh, you use your junk mail instead of sawdust. Shit, I don't even get junk mail anymore. I get junk emails. I wish I could print those out and use them for compost. Record heat, New York City is 106. That's pretty hot for the record. You're also in northern, like, elevation, too. That's a joke to Slab City. It'll be interesting to watch you grow and unfold here. Hey, thanks, Uma. Yeah, I'm less than a year into my YouTube channel. I started this channel about less than a year ago. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, so I'll be monetized soon. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna keep posting my travels. I'm gonna post more information about slabs when I go back. I'd like to show some more of the Mesa and how people live out here. That'd be cool. I just kind of like the rural off-grid lifestyle, the forgotten America, parts of America. I don't have space for an outdoor toilet, sadly. Dude, outdoor toilets, I don't know why we ever stopped that and we put the toilet inside. But, I mean, I do, because we were all living in cities and shit. And we had to save space, but doing like outhouses are the way to go. An outbuilding of some sort where that's where your bathroom is, that's the way to go for sure, I think. Well, not as hot as slabs, but with the heat and elevation, I have seen new people fall over all the time. Yeah, I mean, I expect it to get like 85, 90s here, right? Like, it's probably not going to break 100 degrees. It didn't the last summer I stayed here, which was 2 years ago. It was pleasant most of the time. It was nice. Someone said he's taking a toke every time I do. Well, I'm also sick, so they're at an advantage. I usually smoke a lot more than this, don't I? But, I actually didn't even smoke weed for like 2 or 3 days because every time I coughed, I had such a bad headache. It hurt. The headache's gone now, thank God, and I can go back to smoking. But You can still hear it in my voice, so it's a little rougher than usual. So, smaller hits. Yeah, as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go subscribe to you too, Uma. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous, Mac, of your composting toilet. You got a really nice one. Deanna, where will I stay when I go back to Slab City? You know, I've been wondering that myself. Um, if Ponderosa hasn't sold yet, then I'll stay there and I'll help them clean and help them get ready to sell. If they have, I have no idea. It'll probably be me making my own camp somewhere and just carving out my own little spot somewhere is most likely what I'll do. Um, but we'll see. Maybe whoever's buying the Ponderosa is going to be people that I know and I like, and I could just keep staying there. That's what happened before. I stayed there before Spider and Shannon owned it, and and George owned it, and when then George sold it to Spider and Shannon, I just kept going back to Ponderosa. It was always my spot, so maybe it'll still be my spot. It just depends on how that cookie crumbles. Yeah, Uma, you're right. Hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Same as slabs, just hydrate. And higher elevations, you even need to do it more. During some of the really bad drought years I've seen, it hot all the way up to, what is that, 11,000 feet true. Yeah, rabbit's hide and Ponderosa. No matter, I don't know how much they paid for the Ponderosa, because when they got the Ponderosa, which was also a functioning business. It's an Airbnb. They also got a pickup and the camp itself and all the stuff on it. So I don't know how much they paid for it. Um, but I know that Spider has made it huge and expanded it so much. So I don't think he's not gonna leave his truck. He's gonna keep his truck too. So I don't know. I don't know how much they'll sell it for. I honestly don't. But hopefully whoever buys it is some people that are interested in keeping the community, kind of the way it is. Do you grow much food? I don't. I just moved here, so I haven't even had the opportunity to start a garden of any kind. I have one, I take that back. I have one gypsy pepper plant growing right now. I've got some sweet peppers growing in a pot. That's what I've got. So I'm growing one food. Beet powder helps with breathing better at higher elevations, bring more oxygen. They also, dude, they actually sell oxygen in a can here. So you could just like take hits from it. I wonder how much you can sell an established camp for in Slab City. I guess it depends on the camp and what the camp is about and what it does, and if it's a money-making camp or just somewhere to live. I bet you it depends on a lot. But the business ones that are Airbnbs and they selling the account with it could probably sell for quite a bit of money, like 20, 30,000, maybe more. Because if you think about when you're selling a business, you usually sell it for the amount of profit you would make in 2 years. So whoever's buying it in 2 years later, then it starts paying for itself. And that's usually what you do with a business. And so they could probably get a decent amount of money for Ponderosa. Because it being a functioning business, like, you could easily go in there and make money if you could survive and deal with the summers and the neighbors. What's up, Killeen? Welcome. You caught me at the tail end of my live stream. I've just found your channel. I haven't explored much yet. Apologies for the silly questions. No, there's no silly questions. I don't mind answering them at all. So don't worry about that. It is kind of a new chapter in my life, Fraulein. I've been spending so much of my time traveling for the last decade. Now I own land. Now I have something to put some energy into, you know, and that's going to be exciting to build on it. It's going to be exciting to evolve it, maybe get some animals. We'll see. I'm still going to be traveling though, so the animals thing is a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, seriously, the elevation is no joke. You ain't kidding. When I first got here, I remember my dog did something like that she shouldn't have, and I was like, Zag, you knock it off right now. And then I was like, it's fucking winded from yelling at my dog. So yeah, the elevation change is definitely for real. It'll wipe you out real quick. Like, I didn't get elevation sickness, but I know someone that did, and that didn't seem like they were enjoying themselves. Yeah, Killeen, there's a lot of mud. I got stuck overnight and just got it out this morning. Always a danger of having such a business shut down. No, there's no danger of it being shut down. I don't know how they would. I mean, the only shutdown that you would have to worry about is if Airbnb shut you down for like violating their policies or something. But there's no other way for them to shut down an Airbnb like that. I was definitely huffing a puff in there. I was below sea level, which I believe is 28 feet, and then came here, which is, yeah, like Slab City is right at sea level basically. Parts of it are below sea level, and then we come here to 7,500 feet. Oh man, like it took me about a month to adjust to the thin air out here. But you guys got me for another 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna take off. I appreciate everyone that was here. So I think I have an idea. Yeah, there's a ton of sage here, Uma. But yeah, pretty much the whole Mesa has sage, but I've got a bunch of trees on my property too. Yeah, my eyes are probably red as fuck, aren't they? Yeah, they're pretty glossy. Yeah, see you, Crystal. Thanks for being here. They would have to be inspected, and many things they do would fail. No, they've never had to get inspected for an Airbnb. No inspections for an Airbnb. That's not a thing. They're getting smaller with each drag. Pretty soon they'll be closed. I do have like little squinty ass eyes, don't I? They get worse when I smoke weed. I know, I'm super close to 1,000. And then I'll be monetized, and I could be like, I'm a professional YouTuber. And and YouTube will start sending me like 20, 30 cents a month. It'll be cool. Not that I mean, obviously it's not going to pay any of my bills, but it will be cool to just be able to say, I'm a professional YouTuber. I'm a content creator. Yeah, Fraulein, anyone, I appreciate you being here, and I'm glad that you got that impression from the chat. Typically, you'll see anyone who isn't like that. If people are nasty in my chat, I just block them. They go away, and that's how I handle it. Yeah, take care, Fraulein. Anyone who serves food, they get away with it now. Well, you're allowed to serve food to your guests at your house. just like you serve food to guests at your house. They're allowed to do that. Basically, at Ponderosa, what they do for their food is everyone chips in on food, and they have a monthly meal plan. Everyone chips in the same price, and then Spider and Shannon cook our meals for us. So it's not like a restaurant. We paid for the groceries, and they are gifting us their labor. So there's no inspections. It's not a restaurant. It's the best they could be described is like maybe a members only club. That might be the best way it could be described. But the business that they have isn't the food. The business they have is the Airbnb. It's a functioning Airbnb business. So that's what they pay their taxes on. I like this chat room, no trolls. Yeah, I don't let them in. I mean, I had one earlier. Or I give them a wrench. Yeah, I might give a troll a wrench. What's up, Cause? How you doing? I haven't chatted with you in a minute. I don't have signal out of my land, so I can't even watch your like coffees anymore. But you caught me at the tail end of my live stream too. I don't care about them doing that. I wish them well, but they could. I mean, I don't know if they could. Like, you can't inspect someone's kitchen. Like, nobody's gonna go to your kitchen and inspect your kitchen to make sure your guests are eating well. That's not how it works. And this, believe it or not, at Ponderosa, like, that is their legal residence. So the police can't even go in there without a warrant. Like, they could tell whoever the fuck is coming over to leave. Like, nobody's gonna inspect them because it's not a restaurant. It's somebody's living room and kitchen. Whoa, I'm getting weird ass. Okay, boy. Been here since you couldn't figure out that 100 liters is 25 gallons. I got some spammers on my channel. That's new. Cheaper sex than Tinder. Sex is never cheap. I'm gonna try to delete these now. What cause? Can you delete those? You're like the thing. I absolutely have no signal where I'm at. I can't even make phone calls from here. I mean, you're managing to be on the live stream a little bit. You've been in and out. You've been here that long, cause. I bet you had to Google that too. But how many liters is in 1 gallon? $4.1. So I was close. Because I was like 3 and some change. 2 or 3 and some change. I was trying to picture a liter of like Mountain Dew. You knew from buying newts? I don't know what newts are. Alright, I'm gonna finish this smoke. And then I'll be done. Nutrients. Ah, yeah, duh. Okay, 3.78, or is it 4.1? Uh-oh, do we got a standoff here? Kind of wondering, I keep hearing dirt falling off my truck. Because there is like 2 inches of mud attached to my vehicle. The leader's court. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it? It's pretty close though. Aren't they pretty close? Now I'm thinking of like the canteens from the army. Clean that mirror. Dude, it's so muddy. My mirror's so mud. Both mirrors, both of them, are just covered in mud. My window's covered in mud. Honestly, my truck just needs a bath. I need to go to a car wash, which means I have to empty everything out of the back before I go in, just to come back out here and get it more muddy again. But yeah, I need to clean this shit off. This is ridiculous. Hey, what's up, Dave? Welcome to the end of my live stream, bro. As soon as I finish this cigarette, that's the timer. Then I'm gonna take off. I've been here a couple hours now. Mad Mac tried to add you on Facebook. And if anybody wants to add me on Facebook or on Instagram name is Babylonian Zig. And my Facebook is Zig Sehorn, Sehorn. So you can check out my other social medias. Pretty soon I've got another video coming about how to keep Nomads Nest afloat and getting stuck in the mud and where I'm getting water from and all that stuff. So look forward to that. I just switched from Verizon to T-Mobile, so I've been basically trying to switch all my stuff from one phone to the other, from one company to the other, relogging into my YouTube, relogging into my social medias, my banks, and my power director is kind of starting fresh over new again. So that's kind of annoying. That's my video editing software. I had a lot of stuff downloaded on my other phone that I'm gonna have to re-download on my new phone. So again, that's why my videos slowed down a little bit, but I'll be coming back with a vengeance here real soon. I've been with T-Mobile for 17 years. Yeah, I just left Verizon and went to T-Mobile. I just made the switch to T-Mobile because my bill's been cut in half and I'm getting the same amount of stuff. And I got an upgraded phone, so that's cool. Babylonian Zig, yeah, that's me. Babylonian Zig and Instagram. I think might be an underscore in between the two words. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, Colleen. Like, I'm right next to, I've got 5G right here where I'm parked. I don't have to be at the restaurant. I'm like right down the road from the restaurant though. But there's a tower right there I'm borrowing. They tried to make it look like a pine tree and they didn't. They failed. It looks like a cell phone tower. Looks like a cell phone tower that's trying to look like a pine tree. Oh, Mac doesn't have the add friend option. He's got different settings. But yeah, take care, everyone. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Dave. Bye, Uma. Hope to see you guys on my social media. Appreciate the two of you who donated today. That was pretty sweet of you. From the bottom of my heart, really, it does help. Every donation helps me a lot. So gets me gas, gets me dog food, just keeps Nomads Nest afloat. So appreciate everyone that was here. Good meeting the new people that were here. Check out my videos if you're new here. You can kind of see what I'm all about. So, bye-bye. Oh yeah, and go sub to Uma. Apparently she's one of my neighbors out here, so hopefully her and I can like collab one day. We'll see. Bye guys.